Hello everyone and welcome back to another edition of Dungeon Raider by Team White Panda. This is build 9 on June 27th build. So let's see what changed since the last build that they did. Okay, so this volume still doesn't work. The slider's there, but the volume doesn't work. These interactions here on the how to play is about the same as it was before. This is about the same with all the designers and what they do in the game. We already checked that out, so let's go to play. Alright, so we're going to start with the sandbox, work our way down, modular assets, and then the MVP. So let's get into the sandbox. It doesn't look like it's working, so definitely need to fix that. Okay, range sandbox. Okay. Alright, so first what I do here is I would blur this whole background instead of just this bit right here, just so that way all that of the stamina and health and all that stuff is blurred out in the background and you can clearly see this back button better. I didn't say that on prior builds, but that is something that I'd fix. Let's see. 2 to equip ranged weapon and E to interact. How do you shoot? It's still not on here. I think I mentioned that in the last build. So, okay, well let's take a look. So, go over here. First, if I press 2, there's no ranged weapon yet. So, probably got to interact. Maybe have a button that says E to interact. And I don't even think I can pick them up right now. So that's an issue too. And even when I press 2, I can't pick it up. I can't take it out. None of that. If I press the right mouse button, I take my shield off. But well, if I press 1, so you got to make that clear as well. If I press 1, then the bow comes out. So obviously, if you look at the stuff here, it says equip sword. It doesn't say anything about the ranged weapon, so you need to fix which button or make sure you update that where it says slash ranged weapon. I pressed 1 just because I knew that that was the other slot, so I wanted to test that out. Alright, so we got that. And then it doesn't say anything about shooting on the how to play. So I do think that you did a pretty good job with the aim on this. It bounces right off. I think you did a good job with the ranged on this. Just make sure that you tell the player as well when you hit the left stick, or not left stick, when you hit the left mouse button, that that will shoot. It draws your bow when you hold down, and then when you release, the shot will go. And that still bounces off even afterwards. Okay, so and you press 1 to get rid of it. But again, it should be that if you have the bow, make sure it shows the bow. But then if you switch the styles, then you could have like the sword on your side and the shield on your back like that. But if you have it ranged, then have your bow show up on your back until you pull it out. Okay, so that is that level. Let's see what's next. So we did the sandbox, they brought us back to the main menu. The range one did work. So let's go ahead and see level 1, path 1. Okay. I think I mentioned this in the last build when I was playing, that there's not really a clear path. I mean, I can see this right here, but it also looks like too that the player can jump down there, so make a clear indication of where the player is supposed to go, because even right here, still an issue. I can't jump over that or anything. So now that leaves the player like, okay, do I go down there? And if so, what am I supposed to be doing? There's no objective. There's no clear indication of where to go. There's not a leading line telling the player go this way. Other than there's a lot of trees and there's mountains and stuff. But if I was the player playing your game, which right now I am, I didn't. With this opening, I'd think that you could continue going that way, but I can't jump over that. Then as well, your health bar is shows like it's empty, so make sure that it shows 100% on your health bar. Okay, so that's that level. Alright, let's jump into the next one and see. Alright, level 1, path 2. Alright, so that seems like just a big open area. The player shouldn't just be able to go down here and run off your map, which that's what it looks like you can do there. So, you want to make sure you fix that. And you shouldn't be able to see the whole sky. And, maybe like if you had walls around this and it made sense, but right now it doesn't quite. You do have coins. You do pick them up. Oh, I was just going to say I was thinking that it was going to be in the top right, but it's in the bottom left. It does count the coins, so my fault on what I was thinking there was that it doesn't reflect that, but it does. Okay. So good job with the coins and it reflecting on the UI. Good job on that. Let's go take a look over here, see what's updated since last time. Alright, there's a coin and there's a few, like, what looks like different types of gemstones that maybe you can mine or get items from. And again, by pressing 1, I pull out my bow. So if it's supposed to be a sword, make sure it's a sword. And I can shoot these, so that's nice as well. And you get like some kind of, oh, it's energy. Nice. Okay. So basically, no matter which one it is, it doesn't matter, apparently. Maybe if there's, so my suggestion with this would be, if you're going to have just one kind, make sure it's all the same color, because you want all your energies to like match instead of just being, if I was on the outside looking in, I would think that this would be a some's good, some's bad, and others are in between. Like, why is it different colors? But I mean, it is cool. I do like the fact that you have different colors for them. But from the player standpoint, though, you want to make sure that they make sense of why you're doing that color specifically to match something that you're doing, or if it's good or bad, then the player needs to be aware of that, because like all I'm seeing is just the energy goes up and that's it. So I would suggest making it all one color to make it synonymous and easy going, instead of different ones, because it can be confusing. Okay. But overall, though, I do like that it counts up the energy level, so that is good that all is working. My next question would be, probably be answered before the end of this level and whatnot. What does this energy do? Can I use it for magic? Can I use it for buying things? Can I use it for stamina? Like, what would the energy be used for? There's not a specific thing telling me what this synergy would be, or not synergy, this energy would be for. Exactly. Okay, so I got all 20 of it looks like. Can I go above that? I can. So obviously there, make sure that the limit is 20. If that's your max, make sure that it's not counting over what your max limit is on that. Okay. And doesn't look like I can go that way because either the door is blocked or whatever. And then I think this is where I came in at. I did see something on the far end over there. I'm just not sure how that opens. Let's see, that's blocked off too. So if I come over here, there's all this stuff going on, but then there's nothing leading out here. So what is this, just random stuff? Maybe you're trying to build something, I'm not sure right now what you're maybe trying to build, but make sure as well that if you're trying to build something here, make sure it goes to this area instead of it's just sitting there and it's extra piece right now. But as you can see, I'm at 25 over 20 for the energy. So, and that seems about it for this level. I don't really see much beyond that as far as exploration goes. So, let's go to level 2, see what you got. And I'm glad to see that in the bottom it resets again. So your coins are back to 0, your energy's back to 0 again. So depending, of course, on the particular circumstance. So if I'm hitting that, how come it's not disappearing? Okay, so that might be something you're working on right now in this level. This laser, what is it for? I don't see the player taking any damage. And I don't know, there might be also a way to crouch, but I'm not seeing anything just yet. Okay, this must be a puzzle of some kind. I do like the slide that you have going on here. Oh, okay, so this must go here. I see. It looks like if I just press up against it, that that it just brings me over there, which is good. Okay. So, what is this supposed to lead to? This laser is supposed to lead somewhere. The problem is I just don't see it leading anywhere. Like if I'm supposed to get it to interact with something and then that something's supposed to reconnect over there, because from what I can tell, this goes there and then we'll come back over here and then reflect there to open up something, I would imagine. So it's not that I'm not seeing where you're going with it, it's just that there's still more to do. If I jump off the edge, it looks like I'm not supposed to be able to just jump down there, so got to make a way for the player to get down there, unless of course I'm just anticipating too early here, which I might be, I might not be, I'm not sure. Okay, looks like there is a way to get down there. Maybe make that even there, so the player can get back up with no problems, not getting glitched. Okay. Here, I think in the last build I just jumped straight down there, and yeah. And then there's a falling pit, so make sure you fix that. Bear with me just a minute. Okay. Oh. Dang it. And of course. Okay, so I'm gonna have to do another video after that because of falling down there. So I'll be right back for more. Alright, welcome back to part 2 of Team White Panda's Dungeon Raider. This is part 2. There was no reset menu when I died and fell off, so I gotta retry again. Okay. If you saw last video, I was looking for a way to shoot those, but didn't have any luck. I fell down on one of these, and then so there was no way to retry the level, so make sure you add that so the player doesn't have to completely quit out of the game and try again, instead giving them the option to retry. And then of course this right here, I don't know what happened, maybe it's because this area is not done yet, but I was just walking and all of a sudden died, so that's an issue too. So for this level, that will wrap this up, and then we'll go into the next level in the next part, so stay tuned for that in just a minute. Welcome back to part 3 of Team White Panda's Dungeon Raider. So this is part 3. So we did 2 videos in level 2 path 1. One I fell off the edge, and then the other I was walking down the staircase and I died. So I imagine you can't go to the bottom part just yet in there. So let's go to level 2 path 2 and see what we got in here. Alright, so I imagine something with this here. You probably come along the interesting. So maybe you gotta flip the script here. Okay. I'm not sure what that did or didn't do, because it didn't really complete anything. I don't know if this door was open before. I wasn't paying attention to that. I don't know if this is just a leading line for the player, or if that's just a death thing. I don't know why that ramp's there if you can't use it. Okay, so let's jump down here, see what's going on down here. Okay, so I did have a death sound and it did respawn me, so that's good. The health bar is still an issue. Of course, I mentioned that earlier in the build. But what I do see, though, is that it is very hard to make that gap jump. So definitely want to fix that. And don't got much else for this level right now because there's not a lot to work with there. Okay, so let's so we did sandbox all the way down to level 2 path 2. So let's go to modular assets and then we'll go to the MVP. So this just showcases, again, just like the last build, some of the things that they have included in their game for the lasers and for the game itself in different areas. So there's not much in here other than just what they've used for their environment and stuff. So that's about it. Alright, so we'll go to quit and we'll go back to the main level and then we'll wrap this one up. So go to play, go to the MVP level, and start. Okay, so this got moved up a little bit now, I guess. I'm not sure what for. It's just kind of there. So you might want to see about why that's not working correctly. Okay, so obviously it didn't trigger the gate. Can't really do much beyond that if it already triggered, and again that's going underneath the ground where it shouldn't be. It should still be showing the pressure plate. This should be triggering this guy up, but it's not, so that's an issue too. And of course you can't get back here if you can't get behind this gate and that guy doesn't go up. So that's about all I really got for you right now in this one. Okay, so make sure you get that fixed, and we'll see you guys on the next edition of Team White Panda's Dungeon Raider. So this was build 9 on June 27th build. So we'll see y'all soon for more. Stay tuned.